episode. It was totally not intentional. I've had a lot of technical fucking issues to the point where I have been off and on the phone with Apple for the last few days. It's been driving my ass nuts. Y'all know when I edit these videos, they are heavily edited and it takes a whole hell of a lot from my computer, and that's pretty much what the fuck happened. Shit done crashed and shit. I couldn't do a motherfucking thing. So that was pretty much that. That in addition to the fact that we had family in town this weekend, and so by the time I got things situated, it was way past the fact, okay? Shit happens, life happens, and we can move forward from here. Hopefully everything's remedied because I still have to edit this shit, and I'm praying to God that nothing happens where I can actually get this edited and uploaded. So if you see it, thumbs up this video just for the effort associated with trying to get these motherfuckers done, y'all. You have no idea how long I was on the phone with Apple. I mean, hours on it every time I got on the phone with them motherfuckers. But anyway, I digress. Thank you so much for your patience with me, y'all. Look, technical issues, I promise, totally out of my control. That being said, we're back to do another motherfucking recap of this bitch. I thought, you know, since it's Christmas, I would rock my motherfucking green hair. It's actually way greener than this. You already have seen the wig and shit. So if you see my wig cap, I didn't really try to look to see if I could look cute on camera. Anyway, alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with this motherfucking recap. Y'all know the deal, my black ass can't drink no wine because I'm on a diet, which if you want to know the diet I'm on, it's really a great diet. I can eat whatever the fuck I want, and that's honest to God truth. I will leave the link down below. It'll say my new diet. You can check out the link, and I document all that shit on my vlog channel, which is the Socialite Life TV. I invite you guys to check it out because we finna come off for the holidays, and I know y'all asses gonna want to get back in the gym. So if you want to check out what I've been doing, you can check it out on my vlog channel, The Socialite Life TV. I will put the direct link for that down below, in addition to the direct link to the video that showcases my new diet. And that being said, we're gonna go ahead and get this motherfucker started, but first, some recap water. Delicious. So let go. So first up, we got Candy and we got Sheree, who's supposed to be meeting up at Moore Manor to hang out with Kenya to see some of the new renovations or additions she done put on her house and shit. And of course, you know, Kenya had to throw her little shade up in that bitch, where when they walked up on that motherfucker, the bitch gonna be like, yeah, they just added this little part right here, and it took them 2 days. 2 days, bitch, talking about her shit's gonna be up in just a few months. But the bitch been trying to build her shit for 4 years, and of course, Sheree is like, nah, bitch, it ain't been 4 years, bitch. It's been 4 years though. But here's the deal with this little scene right here. Like, I just feel like I need Candy to sit her ass down somewhere. Doesn't she look like she's struggling? Like, I don't know how far along she is pregnant at this very point. I don't remember what the fuck she said at the beginning of the season as far as how far along she is. However, I just feel like I need her to sit her ass down somewhere. Like, I know she's part of the cast, and I know she's trying to earn her coin, and I mean, like, she really needs no more coins, but you know what I'm saying. But I just feel like, can you sit her down somewhere? Can she be a little less active? She's pregnant, and I just feel like she needs to take it easy, like her doctor said, but I digress. Okay, so now we go on to the next scene, where it's Phaedra, Portia, and Shaniqua, okay? Her little thought friend. You know you had them little friends that, you know, may not do exactly what you do. They might be a little looser, you know, legs might be open a little bit more. They might fucking suck everybody, but they fun to hang out with. Like, I feel like Shaniqua might be that bitch for Portia, but then again, Portia might be putting out too. I don't know. I just feel like, but you know what I'm saying. So they meet up at this little boutique type situation or whatever. They're just looking around and shit. And I guess they having a little conversation about the fact that these motherfuckers have now decided to go on a trip to Miami per Portia and Kenya, okay? So I guess them two motherfuckers came together as one to try to plan that motherfucker. And of course, Phaedra's like, bitch, how the fuck did that shit happen? And of course, Portia's like, well, you know, since last time the boat ride didn't really work out for Cynthia, we thought that we would try to do it again, and since both of us were thinking of Miami. And so basically that's pretty much how the fuck that scene went. So now we get back to Kenya and Sheree and Candy, who now Candy's trying to figure out how the fuck that shit went down, how they come together to try to plan this motherfucking trip together, talk about some.
Okay, so y'all decided to do a trip together.
Basically, Kenya's trying to explain, you know, how they came together and shit, and that Cynthia supposedly wants to bring old Tammy back to this particular trip to Miami, and of course says something to Candy's ass talking about, yeah, I know that's your favorite person, and of course Candy's like,
I mean, I don't know. Let me just be clear real quick. It was just my first time meeting her.
Then we go back to the boutique, and now they're talking about the fact that Kim's ass is actually going to come with them to Miami. We're gonna see how that should go. Okay, so we get to Kim's house. I guess she getting ready to go to Miami and shit, and the kids are there and whatever the fuck, and that's pretty much how that scene goes. Everyone's getting ready to go to Miami, so of course they always do the usual come up on the airport and shit to see whoever the fuck comes last and shit, so people start arriving and shit. Portia's got 1,000,001 motherfucking Louis Vuitton bags and shit. She pulls up, then every other motherfucker pulls up, and then we get a really quick ass glance and introduction to Tammy's husband, who I never in a million years would have thought looked like that. Number one, he's Caucasian. Number two, he ain't really the Caucasian motherfucker that I would ever see with a Tammy type bitch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's like blondish and shit and all clean cut and shit, and then you got big ass Tammy as his wife. Like, that just didn't even seem right to me, but it's whatever, to each his own. They get on the plane, they do little, plane cams and shit. They finally get down to Miami. They're in the tour bus or the bus or whatever the fuck, and then of course they determine at some point that they're gonna give Candy the bigger room, which I think is absolutely amazing. I think that's so sweet. I mean, that's the one thing that came out this episode that I thought was really super nice. And then they finally get to the big ass mansion where the fuck they gonna be staying. And of course, Shaquan's ass comes out damn near booty ass naked, because I guess she got there before they did to kind of get things set up to greet them in the tiniest of bikinis. Okay, now don't get me wrong, the bitch look good in the shit. But again, I feel like she's just that thought bitch that you just hang out with because you know that she fucks. But she's a lot of motherfucking fun. So anyway, we get there, they try to split their rooms, they're getting a tour, by Shaniqua. She giving a little tour and shit. And as they're passing through, Tootie decides to go ahead and select a room of hers, which ain't even a damn bedroom, because the bitch decides to go into one of the motherfucking living rooms, right? So the bitch comes out talking about something, this is mine, I'm finna do this, I got a nice couch, I got a TV, I got the waterfront view, and they're like, bitch, there's another bedroom that you could use, but this cuckoo ass bitch decides she wants the living room and shit, talking about, y'all can't make rules up in my space, there's 2 living rooms up in this bitch. I was like, okay, Tutti Frutti, you good. All the rest of the girls are upstairs, Kenya and Shoulda Sheree and all them motherfuckers are upstairs, Cynthia, whatever. And of course, Kenya's doing a little invitation to Tammy and shit, making fun. Of course, it's now her time to go ahead and instigate some shit, because you can't go to Miami or any trip on Real Housewives of Atlanta without a little bit of drama. So that's what she does, to stir up the pot. So of course, she goes into Tammy and what Tammy had said in the car when they were on the way to the first boat ride that they done got on a couple of episodes ago. And pretty much exaggerated a little bit, added a little bit of her own taste and touch to whatever the fuck Tammy said. Because reality is, Tammy really just said that if it wasn't for the fact that this nigga had money, Shoulda Sheree would have never married his ass. She didn't say I don't like the bitch. She didn't say they should have never married each other. Like, that's literally what the bitch said. Now, Kenya's gonna add to it and say that, of course, she said she don't like you. She said that they should have never got married, etc., etc., etc. That she didn't have really nice things to say. The shit she was saying was super harsh. So, of course, Shoulda Sheree's all in her feelings and shit, talking about she has no reason to like me, okay? Talking about that homeboy did every bitch that came up in that motherfucker, so it wouldn't surprise me if they were fucking, okay? Long story short. And Kenya's ass is like, well, shit, when we go to dinner tonight, just make sure that you don't pull a Cynthia. I was like, you know what, bitch? You wanted some shit to go down to dinner later on, so that's pretty much what that scene was like. So I guess everyone's getting glammed up to go to dinner, right? And this bitch, Shamu, she looking for Candy's ass somewhere. And the bitch, I guess, she's already dressed. I'm telling you, that's that bitch, okay? She ready for anything. She the first to be ready, the first to fuck, the first, okay? So the bitch is walking down the hallway looking for her baby mama, as in Candy, and she's rocking some Dollar Tree, Dollar Store type shit. I don't know what the fuck she's wearing, okay? But the shit looks cheap as fuck. Some Thoughttville ass dress type of outfit or whatever. I don't know if it was just the neon green color that was on the dress that made it look cheap as fuck. Like, if it was a different color, I think it would have been just nicer, like a red or some shit. But the shit was like a lime ass neon green. Anyway, she walks up on Candy and she's asking her how she's feeling. Of course, Candy's not really feeling like anything because she's hungry. She's pregnant, so she's probably getting hungrier faster. Talking about these girls need to have a little bit more consideration for her. because she's pregnant. So then Phaedra walks up on Tammy, who's trying to get ready to go. And I'm kind of like, all right, boo-boo. You got your little red dress on, your little one shoulder type of situation. It actually looks cute on her. I mean, you know, for somebody who looks like Tammy, you know what I'm saying? And then Phaedra's like, I don't know about them shoes though. And they pan down to her motherfucking shoes. And I was like, what in the holy fuck is that? This bitch got on these motherfucking thrift store ass mules. And when I say thrift store, that's the only motherfucking place she could have gotten them motherfuckers. Rocking they were like denim mules, like denim color mules. With this bright ass red ass dress, I was like, bitch, I wouldn't have even let the bitch get on the bus to take us to the restaurant until she changed them shit. Everyone's at the restaurant, okay, which is the most grandiose type of restaurant I've ever seen. Like, they got toasters on the damn tabletops and shit with shit popping out of them and shit. Motherfuckers wearing hats and shit, crowns and motherfucking shits. Anyway, it just looks garbage as fuck, to be honest. Like, shit like that, the food's probably not that great. Whatever. Anyway, so they all sitting down, you know, and Kim decides to make a little announcement because she wants to pat her motherfucking self on the back to let everyone know. I just want everybody to know that this is the longest amount of time my motherfucking ass has been away from my whole family. And everyone's looking at her like her ass is crazy because she's been saying this the entire trip pretty much. But now she's talking about she's only been away from these motherfuckers for a day. And I don't know if I'm going to last the whole motherfucking trip. Because, you know, and y'all know they ain't going to be in Miami for 3 motherfucking days, which ain't shit, okay? So she's like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to handle it. I'm like, bitch, like, I'm still trying to figure out why the fuck she did the damn show, okay? Clearly, based on what I'm seeing, the bitch did the show because she needs the money, okay? Because to be real, this bitch don't even belong. I don't see them bringing the bitch back. Like, I don't know why you would bring the bitch back. There's really nothing to write home about with this bitch. She complains all the motherfucking time. Half the time she's crying about some midlife crisis type issue. It don't really fit. Like, Kim don't fit with nobody in this bitch, okay? So now she's trying to get everybody to give her accolades because the bitch has been there for a motherfucking few hours away from her motherfucking kids. These motherfuckers are like, bitch, we don't give a fuck. We go to Kenya's ass, who is now asking Cynthia in front of every motherfucker at the table, so where are you and Peter at this point? I mean, that's pretty much what brought us all together, is the bullshit going on at your motherfucking house and your private ass fuck marriage, okay? And I'm sitting here like, for real, bitch? Are you really asking her to tell everybody at the motherfucking table, your supposed best friend, whatever the fuck's going on in her personal life with Peter? I'm like, you know what? This bitch is so motherfucking messy. But of course, Cynthia's ass goes ahead and responds back to her and lets her know, oh yeah, you know, for a minute I didn't really think it was cool that we were gonna make it, but you know, we're doing better, etc., etc. So now comes Shoulda Sheree and Tammy's little really quick situation, which I thought was gonna escalate a little bit more, and I'm kind of salty that it didn't. But anyway, I guess Tammy was talking about her little cute white boy or whatever, her husband, and then Sheree basically asked her, well, I heard, you know, I pretty much asked her, like, do you have a problem with me? Like, I heard you have a little bit of a problem with me, and Tammy's like, what? And of course, Shoulda's like, well, you know, I'm hearing that you don't really fuck with me, that I would have never married homeboy if he wasn't a player or whatever, if he didn't have money, and heard you might have a little bit of an issue with me, but really I should be having a problem with you, okay? And then of course, Tammy's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then Shoulda's like, well, I've heard that you really wasn't fucking with me like that, but for real, from what I understand, I was told that you were fucking my man, and so that's why I should have a problem with you. And of course, Tammy's like,
I ain't never been with that man. I've never been attracted to that man, nor would I ever be attracted to that man.
Which I actually believe, okay? Because I don't want to see her fucking somebody. I really don't. It's already hard for me to see her fucking that white dude. You know what I'm saying? So I guess they go back and forth, and finally Portia's like, who the fuck told you that shit? And then of course Kenya's ass is looking all crazy like she didn't say nothing. Then Kenya's gonna be like, yeah, well, you know, I did say that, I did say this. And of course they're like, well, I was told that you told me that basically she didn't like me and blah blah blah. And Tammy's like, I didn't say that. And Kenya's like, no, but that's the impression that I had gotten. Nah, bitch, you exaggerated whatever the fuck she said. She owned up to the one thing she actually did say, that that we saw on camera, but you decided to add a little bit of your own flavor to the shit to instigate some shit because you thought you were gonna get things popping off. Next thing you know, of course, Kim's old judgmental ass is gonna be like, oh my God, I mean, how old are we? We're adults. Do adults really talk like that? Yes, bitch, they do. On Real Housewives of Atlanta, bitch. Did you not watch the show before you signed on to do this shit? Who the fuck told you to do this show? Did your agent not tell you this is what? Did you not watch the show before? Like, why the fuck is she on this bitch? And where the fuck is Marlo? I personally think Marlo would have been a better choice to have on all these scenes. Kim is whack as fuck, to be real. What the fuck is she doing on the show? So we fast forward a bunch of scenes. Y'all can tell that this is kind of a fluff episode where there's not as much going on in this episode because they're trying to get you all amped for the next one because we saw the previews for the next one. So we're going to fast forward through a couple of scenes and we're going to get right to the booties because I just need to talk about them like real quick like. So we go ahead and get ready to see when they finna get on this boat. So everyone's getting ready, doing their thiznai or whatever, and everyone makes a little grand entrance, okay? As they're about to sit on the chairs and shit to get ready to get taken to the boat. And of course, everybody comes in their little swimsuits. Of course, they got the motherfuckers that got no skin showing sitting on the couches, but they made sure that every other motherfucker that came with no kind of clothes on or that have some kind of booty or some titty or some kind of shit come out, that they the ones that make the entrance. So of course, Cynthia makes her entrance. She looks beautiful. I'm sorry, her body is banging, especially for her age. She got her shit all the way together. She's just a beautiful girl. You know what I'm saying? Too bad she fucking with that Peter nigga. Okay, whatever. Anyway, then we, before that, we had Phaedra's ass come in. And I'm trying to figure out, I mean, clearly I think she's obviously had the breast augmentation. We know that, but I feel as though she might have had some booty added as well because, I mean, for real, even since a season ago, whenever they went out of town, when Apollo was there and they showed the little recap of that, or the old clip of that shit. I was trying to figure out where that booty came from, and it is so like buttery smooth, like a baby's bottom buttery. It's smoother than a baby's bottom, to be real, okay?
That's that surgically enhanced type shit. That's that I done got my shit smoothed out by a motherfucker professional type shit. That's that shit is not real type shit, okay?
So she comes in this bitch, booty for days, looks delicious, plump as fuck, wanted to take a bite out of it. Then we got Portia's ass, who's got the same booty. They might have gone to the same motherfucker surgeon to that shit, because you know she got her new titties and new body too, right? And Juice has been watching the show with me trying to figure out, has the bitch been eating? I was like, nigga, that's not how fats disperse. When you eat more, okay, the shit gets dispersed everywhere, for the most part, for most bitches, okay? So my hating ass is just gonna say that shit was surgically and motherfucking enhanced. Fuck that shit, okay? So the bitch comes out with another smooth baby's bottom ass booty. I'm like, this motherfucker. Clearly they got their sarongs from the same damn spot. You can see every motherfucking thing. Hey, if I could hey, look, I ain't even gonna lie. If I could show I would. I mean,
man, shit, makes me want to eat a damn apple, a peach, or some shit.
So they get done with their little runway show, and then they turn to Candy, who now says,
I hate to be the Debbie Downer, but I'm not gonna be able to go with y'all on the boat.
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, I'm happy that she actually said I'm not going, because to be real, Lord knows what the fuck would happen on this particular trip. And to be real, I just feel like for real, the bitch needs to sit down somewhere. Like, I watch her, and I'm not saying she's struggling walking or whatever, but I just feel like this might be a little bit too much for her. I mean, as far as being pregnant, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I ain't never been, pregnant before, so I don't really know, but just from what I've seen, I'm glad she decided to say, I'm not going to that shit. Plus, how fun can it be to sit there and watch every other motherfucker drink again, on a boat with a whole bunch of hard bodies and shit, and your ass is out there pregnant, you know what I'm saying? So I don't blame her for wanting to sit back. So they have a little fun on the boat, and Shamu does some move where she's upside down and she opens her damn legs, and Portia's damn near eating the pussy and shit. You already know my deal with Shamu, okay? So they get off the boat, they get to, the dock or whatever, they getting their groove on, they ordering drinks and shit. Kim's old whack ass orders cranberry juice. And then she's off to the side, everyone's doing salsa dances, they're dancing with each other, having fun. Nothing nasty from what I saw, okay? Next thing you know, they're getting ready to go over and have a little something to eat or whatever. They go to a little restaurant, and of course, Phaedra's ass is stuck with Kim because the bitch decided to have a motherfucking breakdown on the motherfucking dock. Talking about some, I want to go home, I miss my husband, I don't understand. Tootie, if you don't take your ass on somewhere and stop acting like a little bitch, like this is so I mean, I cannot believe this bitch signed up for this show. Did you, again, not watch the show before you signed up to do this shit? This is what the fuck they do, okay? They go on trips. They act a fool. They dance with motherfuckers. They get into fights. This is what the fuck happens on reality TV, bitch. This ain't the sitcoms no more. Who the fuck told her to do this show and thought that she would feel comfortable doing this motherfucker? And then I'm gonna need you to not act like a little punk ass bitch when you away from your kids from a day or two, knowing your ass as an actress, producer, whatever. Don't you have to travel? Or do you take all these motherfuckers with you when you have to do work? Maybe that's why her ass ain't got no money and why her ass is trying to do this show, because the bitch can't leave them for more than 24 hours to even do some motherfucking work. So she thought she could make a little bit of extra coin from this motherfucker. But clearly, this is not the show for you, Tootie. It's not for you. Meanwhile, Portia's like, you know, this is fucked up, because you know Portia wants to hang out with the rest of us, but instead she's stuck with this old whiny ass bitch. You can tell by now everybody's tired of hearing about how long she's been away from her kids and how sad she is that she's been away from her motherfucking kids. And honestly, I would be too. No one wants a Debbie Downer like that on a trip. Like, man the fuck up, grow some motherfucking balls, or take your motherfucking bitch ass home. So last but not least, finally Phaedra talks her ass off the ledge. They come the fuck back to the table where everyone done had. Several guests show up, some new niggas and shit. Tammy shows up with two of her nephews and shit. They get to sitting down. Of course, there's no more seats for Phaedra and Kim. Of course, Kim trips about that shit, talking about that's so rude. I'm like, bitch, get the fuck off the show. And they pretty much get done with their food and do whatever the fuck, and then they move on now to some boat, I guess, to go back to where they were, because they invited everybody over. The two nephews, Tammy's nephews or whatever, one of them was being addressed by Kenya, and she snapped in his motherfucking face, and that nigga was like, bitch, you got the wrong motherfucking one snapping in my motherfucking face. And Kenya was like, I just didn't know your name. And he's like, well, nigga, you gonna have to figure out another way to communicate with my ass. I was like, check that bitch, okay? So that's pretty much where this episode left off. Honestly, this was just a teaser episode. It was something to get us hyped for the next episode. That's, I think, when the real drama starts. Supposedly, Kenya's calling on security and shit. So that's what we're going to be waiting on, okay? Now, y'all know the deal. Thumbs up this video if you love seeing these videos from your girl. I'm going to go ahead and sign the fuck off, because there really isn't much more to this daggone episode. Let me know what y'all thought of everything down below. Let me know if you think the same thing that I think of Shamu. I really feel like she is that chick. She's that thought chick you take out and kick it with. You know what I'm saying? Holla at your girl. Let me know what you guys thought of the episode. Let me know what you guys thought of Kim in this episode too. Do you think that she should have even done this show? Does she feel, do you feel like she's out of place? Let me know what happened to Marlo. What happened? I know she's supposed to be an accessory, but I really wish that they had included her on this trip. I think she would be more fun. I love the way she dresses. She's a bad bitch from what I can see. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me know what you guys thought down below. Thumbs up this video if you love seeing these videos from your girl. You guys already know what to do. As always, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/SocialiteSandy. Hit me up on my Facebook fan page or my Pinterest page. Those links are down below. Hit me up on my blog, TheSocialiteLife.com, and hit me up on Instagram, Periscope, Snapchat at SocialiteSandy, SANDE. And you already know I love y'all. And I will see y'all in the next video. Love y'all. Bye.